Assalamualaikum everyone, welcome to my channel. Before I start today's review, I want to say Eid Mubarak to everybody. Every Eid, I give something special or try to give something special. Like last one, you guys saw 3 special cars on 3 days. But this time, I couldn't get 3 cars, but I have Bangladesh's first unit of the 2023 BMW i7. And let's do the full in-depth review of this car and tell you guys why you should buy it. So let's start the review with a little bit of history about the i7 and the main 7 series. So the BMW 7 series. Whenever the 7 series comes in our mind, we get the first thing, what is that? Flagship. The BMW 7 series, the 7 is the flagship of sedans and SUVs, X7 and 7 series. But this time, because everything's going electric, BMW had to put their foot in it, and they did it really good. If we look at their competitor, Mercedes did a very bad job making the EQS and the S-Class completely different, but BMW made something really good. The 7 series and the i7 look exactly the same, it just has an engine and a battery. But now let's come to history. This is the 7th generation of the body of the BMW 7 series. And 7 series has always been a very good car when it comes to reliability as a German manufacturer. And it has been very good when it comes to delivering performance and luxury in a combo. So that's going to be pretty much it for the history. Now I'm going to show you the car's full exterior. But before that, I'm going to show you the car's key. The key is very similar to the BMW X7. You have the lock here, you have the unlock, trunk opening, and this is your favorite button. Now if we get inside, whenever you unlock the car, the daytime running lights slowly flash and then the main headlights turn on with it. And now I'm going to get inside and turn on the full headlights. Foot on the brake, pressing the start button, the car is on. This is with the hazard, this is with the high beam, this is without the high beam. Now I'm going to come outside for showing you guys the headlights. So, the headlights are a very controversial part of this car. You know why? Because it's split design. A lot of people are saying that they're copying Hyundai, the Korean brand, but you have to understand BMW is a very exclusive and a very good manufacturer that are building cars for years and years and decades. So the daytime running lights and the hazards lights are on top, that you can see. The hazards are on, that's what's blinking. And then the main headlights are in the bottom. You have 2 right there, and it's BMW LED. A lot of people can say this is the standard light, but there's no more laser lights for this variant because they're developing the LEDs and the laser got cancelled. And that's it. The headlights overall are very nice. And then if we come a little down, you have 2 vents here. BMW don't make fake vents. These are actually real vents that take air inside and come out the wheel. And you have total 6 sensors of the car, so it's more safer and more easier to drive this car. You have the front towing hook, and now let's come to the more controversial part of this car, the car's front grille. BMWs are making their grilles bigger and bigger and bigger. So a lot of people hate the new design. So you can get an optional extra light that actually illuminates here on the 7 series and the i7. But for that, it's really expensive because it is connected with the rear TV. But overall, the grille is really big, I get it. It has a lot of chrome accents, I get it. It actually opens up when the car needs cooling if it has an engine. But for the i7, it opens up when you turn on the AC or if the AC is on high pressure. Then you have openings on the below parts too for making the car more aerodynamic and taking the air here and getting it out of the diffuser. And for the sides, it's a very aerodynamically designed car. You have the front camera here for the 360-degree camera, and it is very advanced. And you have the BMW logo with blue stripe because it's electric. And then if we go back, you have the radar here for the safety systems, and you have I written instead of your M because this is electric. And if we go up, the hood is very straight up. You just have 2 lines that are extending from there. So it looks very much aggressive and nicer. And this car has the M Sport package, so it's more sportier than luxury. Now I'm going to show you the car's hood by opening it and show you what's under it. So for opening the hood of the car, you have to do it from the driver's side. And all BMW hoods, you have to pull twice because there's no actual lock on the hood. You just have to pull it once, pull it twice, and it completely opens. And then if you lift it up from any side, the hydraulic struts are going to pick up the hood. You have insulation on the top. I get it because the front electric motors do heat up if you drive it for a long time. but there's no engine. So that's why this is fully covered and you have BMW I written. Now let's come to the car's powertrain. Overall, it's better than the engine version. Like people say, whatever happens, electric cars are really boring to drive, but the 7 Series and BMW changed the game. And thanks to Auto Museum for importing this car in Bangladesh. So it is the first unit and only unit until I upload this review, I guess. Because Bangladesh is very hard to tell, because next day another car comes up from nowhere. So now let's come to the powertrain. It has a 105.7 kilowatt hour battery, and it is all-wheel drive. One motor at the front, one motor at the back. So the battery is going to power the motors are going to move the wheels. Very simple and easy. Now let's come to the car's range and how long it can take to charge in Bangladesh. So if you charge this car at home from 0 to 100% charge, it's going to take 12 hours. It is a very long time, but if you go on a fast charger, from 20 to 80% it can fully charge within just 40 minutes. But there's no fast charge in Bangladesh except the one in the Audi dealership. But it's a BMW, it's going to be weird to go to another dealership, right? Now let's come to the range. With a full charge of 100%, this car can go 512 kilometers. That is more than enough if you want to roam around Dhaka city, and electric cars are actually going to be more and more coming to our country, so you should get a habit. And this car is producing 539 horsepower and 549 pound-feet of torque. Close to 600 horsepower. It's mind-blowing how much power this car has, more than the standard 7 Series. And that's going to be pretty much it. It doesn't have a transmission, it's just a one-speed transmission for forwards and backwards. And you can see there is a vent located right there for all the heat that comes from the engine that goes inside there and comes out the bottom of the car. Now I'm going to close the hood, what's under the hood. Front design, it's growing on me, and it is a very nice looking car. One more thing I want to mention out, the Rolls-Royce Spectra has the same design of headlights as the BMW 7 Series and X7. Why? Because it's the same manufacturer, company owned by the same group. So that's why the engineers are the same, the payment person are the same, so the design language is the same, so the production cost can come down. So then you get cheaper cars, more cars, and more fun to drive cars because they get time to manufacture them. Now I'm going to show you the car's side profile. So now we come to the side. So the BMW 7 Series now still has the standard wheelbase and the long wheelbase. The i7 only comes with the long wheelbase, and the car is more longer than the previous generation and more wide. Now let's come to the wheel. You have Brixton tires, and overall the wheel designs are really good. These are 255/45 R20s. You have 6-piston brakes at the front, and the calipers are in blue because this car has the M Sport package and it actually says M there. And the wheels are from M Sport, so that's why it has M on the wheel too, and the BMW logo at the center with blue accent because it's electric. On the front, you have double wishbone suspension with air springs, and the air springs can raise and lowered by the button inside. That's going to be pretty much it. You have the M badge here because it's the M Sport variant, and the exterior mirror is very complicated and simple at the same time. You have your hazards light, you have the camera, blind spot monitoring, and it can heat by itself. You have black treatments on the window trims because this car has the M Sport package, and the door handles are pretty weird this time. The door handles, I can't show you how you open it, but if it's powered door handles, there's a button here. If you just press it, it opens. But on the normal car, there's keyless entry here, and then you have to press this for opening the door, and that's for closing. And you have a light placement here and a light placement there that projects at night and day whenever you have to do it. Now if we come to the back doors are same, but look how big the back doors are. Very impressive by BMW. Now let's come to the rear wheels. So this car is a rear bias all-wheel drive system. So the rear wheels are 285/40 R20s. Smaller brakes, but overall it's nice. And you have multi-link suspension with air springs at the back. Now I have to go to the other side and show you guys how are you gonna charge this car. So for opening the fuel tank, I got you. This is an electric car, so there's only on one side. If you just press this when the car is unlocked, it's going to open. Then you have AC and DC. So AC is your standard home charger, but when you open DC and this full thing, this is for your fast charger. And there's a light here for telling you when the car is charging or when it's not. And you have a lot more information if you're new to an electric car, like we all. Now I'm going to show you the rear, and this is the most good looking part of the new 7 Series. Now I'm going to get inside the car and turn on the rear tail lights. And there's a lot of things I want to talk about in the tail lights because a lot of people don't like it. Foot on the brake, pressing the start button where the car turns on. So this is with the full light for the back. This is with the rear fog light. This is with the car's hazards on. And this is with the reverse on. And here I come outside, I'll show you guys the rear tail lights. So the tail lights are wrap around. So you have very nice designs here that have BMW branding on it, and you have chrome treatments on the top, and it all the way extends till the center. You have the hazards and you have the rear fog light included here. XDrive 60i. 60i is the power output and everything, and XDrive is for the car's all-wheel drive system. Then you have the BMW badge with blue accents and the reversing camera. And then it's the same on the other side. That all the way goes back there. Then you have i7 badge, and then if you come on the top, you have your shark fin antenna that is more developed for being more aerodynamic. You have the car's, and then if you come down, you have the car's upper stop brake light. And then if you come to the bottom section, you have one button here for opening the boot, and then you have the downer body that is not that good, not that bad for me, but it has 6 sensors and the number plate slot with 2 number plate slot lights and Auto Museum's number plate there. Now I'm going to see, is the 7 Series practical or not? So whenever you unlock the car, it does a very nice animation when it comes to the rear tail lights and the front headlights. But the previous generation LCI had it fully connected tail lights, and the pre-LCI had it split. This is BMW's design language. This is the pre-LCI, and then when the LCI comes, they're going to connect the tail lights. You guys are gonna tell me then, but now you guys are just laughing in the background. So if the key's in your pocket, if you just go behind the car and put your leg there, the power tailgate is going to open up. And trust me, the 7 Series has so much more storage compared to electric. It's so much better than the EQS, I'm not gonna lie. You have underfloor storage where you have the chargers of the car, your DC and AC. And then if you get that close, you have the first aid kit here that you can open from here. And you have all your tools and your first aid kit. You have some storage space down here. And you have some hooks placed on either side. And you have some slots placed here. The seats don't fold up, but you have a lot of storage, so you don't need it. 600 liters of storage, remind me that. You have your emergency triangle here, a button for closing the boot, and a button for closing the boot and locking the car. So there that closes, and we are going to be done with the car's exterior. And this is going to be a moment I'm going to say, a lot of people ask me why don't I review an auto museum. I took a break, but I'm back here, and I'm going to be very constant when it comes to reviewing here. Thanks to Auto Museum Limited, and thanks to Don Uncle for providing his cars to me. Now let's go inside this beautiful car. So now let's get inside the new 7 Series. When you open the door, just look how big the opening is. You can easily relax and get inside. But if you guys had the power door feature, you could just press a button here and the door would close, but not in this car, so I have to close the door with my hand. Seat colors, amazing. Comfort, I already feel like I want to sleep. You have full leathered seat with heating and ventilation. You have ISOFIX anchor points, and it is so comfortable when it comes to sitting in this car. And if you get this up, 3 people can comfortably sit here. It's not going to be a big problem. But if I get this down again, you have a little storage area under this with 2 USB-C types. And then if I close this, you have your little phone holder and a little small storage. But if I press this, you have your cup holders that open up. And for closing it there, and you can easily relax. You have 2 room lights here with a little bit of ambient lighting here. And this is actually touch sensitive too. So you can open it and turning it off, turning it on from here. And then you can see the fixed panoramic sunroof. But if you get the TV option, the TV stays here, but you can still see the panoramic sunroof because it's a screen. And then it slowly folds down till here. I'm going to do a video with the TV one day, soon enough. Then you have your magazine holders behind these. And then you have your digital AC vents. So for controlling, you have to just use this small tingy little thing. And you have ambient lighting placed here. And overall, everything's like very robotic and futuristic. But yeah, I'm not going to say it's not comfortable because it pretty much is. For the first time I'm going to say it, I kind of like this more than the S-Class. The normal S-Class, not the 63. And then you have more controls on the door that I'm going to show you on the other side. So let's get this up and then let's come on the door. First of all, you have the side sill that says M because it's the M Sport package. Then we have the door. So you have leather all the way till the back, then this leather all the way till here, smooth leather here. This is your grab handle that has ambient lighting inside. This is for your lock and unlock. This is for your window openers. And then you have the window opener that opens from here, and the windows are actually double glazed, so it's more noise that don't come inside the car. It's actually more helpful. Then you have the screen that you have on the both of the sides, and this actually controls maximum things. So if you swipe this up, you have everything that you want to control. So you have your climate control, so you can control your temperature from here. You can control the wind speed from here, and the heated seats from here. Where you want the air, on and off, and auto. Then if you go back, you can control the car ambient lights. So you can turn on the car's reading lights first. The reading lights are off, and then you can turn it on. And you can control the ambient lights from here. So look at the color here. If I change it, there that works. Change it again, there that works. Very easy to use. And then you can go to my moods and displays and your normal themes that if you want to change or not. Very nice and very helpful. Then behind that you have your Bose and Wickham speaker, and it's written here. You have your bottle holders with more ambient lighting placed here. And there's a light that projects from here that all the way down there. Pretty nice. And the doors actually open from this button. So if you're new to the BMW 7 Series, now you know. Soft door close, that's very nice. And now I'm going to get inside the front. So if we start from the dash, you have this very nice upper layer first with the black and the gray stitching. Then you have the soft touch materials here, which are wooden treatment that all the way extend. And this is the new thing, full glass. So this is full glass, and ambient lighting is a screen behind it. And it's actually very nice. And these are actually AC vents that actually bring air out. And you can actually control the gesture controls real quick, but I'm going to show you that later. So this is your AC vent. You can turn this off, and then you can turn this on. And you can control where you want the vent to hit. Very good tech. And then you have your nothing placement here because glove box is cancelled. And now if you come to the seats, seats are 24-way adjustable for the optional extra seats, but these are 18-way adjustable. Very comfortable to sit on them and very lovely, not gonna lie. And this car, panoramic sunroof, it doesn't slide open, so that's why I'm not gonna show you that full thing. But now let me show you the car's infotainment system. So for the new 7 Series, it uses the same screen on the X7 LCI. So it's a full curved display, and this is your main infotainment. So from the brake, pressing the start button, and then it slowly turns on for both of the sides. And it is very easy and very hard to use it at the same time. Why? I'm going to explain it now. So you have home, okay? You go here, everything is located, but it's in this small app, so it's very confusing for some people. You have your BMW ID. That is for you can make your own profile so the car can recognize you. Then you have mobile devices. When your phone's connected, you can go and use the infotainment system instead of using your phone. You have a personal assistant. You have Android Auto, Apple CarPlay and radio. You have Spotify included, but no Apple Music, very sad for that. You have your telephone, navigation, my moods, charging details, and weather. So if you go on weather, you can see the weather and everything. It's going to tell you for every day. It's like same for like your phone. You don't have to use your phone when you own a 7 Series. Just joking. Then you have news, podcast, seat comfort, live vehicle, system settings, interior lighting, BMW assistance, passenger airbag, owner's manual, you have Alexa, you have your all of the things here like your BMW messages, and you have your shortcut buttons here. Then you have YouTube included, climate control, displays, and your vehicle status and driving details. But let me just show you some quick things. Mistakenly clicked on that. So if you go on your vehicle status, you have the 7 Series there. But you can check your tire pressures from the infotainment system. You can check your car's service requirements from here. So brake fluid's good, and the car just got a vehicle checkup. And if you go back from there, then you have your parking, so you can see all of the different cameras. So this is for the side, so if the door is going to open or not. This is for this side, so if the door is going to be open or not. This is for the car's rear camera, and this is for the full 360 right here. And then if you go back from there, you have your exterior lightings, and then now let's go to the interior lightings. That is here. So for changing the color, we have to go to ambient lighting and color, and you can see this full display actually changes, and it has more color than it ever did before. So this is like more like a brownish. Then you have the normal yellows, but I'm going to put blue. That's the iconic BMW color, so you can see how it fully lights up. And I'm going to turn on the full brightness, and there you can see it's way better than the BMW 7 Series LCIs on the previous generations and the new generations. S-Classes, everything. S-Class who? So that's going to be pretty much it for the infotainment system. It's very easy to use, and you have your widgets here, so you can have everything here. But I just like to keep it like this. You can see the car, you can do everything, and you have gesture controls too for your volumes. And if you want to move the car, you can do it just with your hand. So there you can see it's moving by itself. It's very easy. It's like you're holding it. Very nice, right? Yes, sir. So yeah, that's it for the infotainment. Then let's come to this screen. This are for the AC vents for turning it off and on. And then this is for your front windshield heater, rear windshield heater, and this for the hazards. And when you turn it on, this whole thing actually blinks. But if you put the hazards on for one side, it actually doesn't. Then you have this for the windshield heater and off. You have your wireless charger here. Then you have 2 cup holders placed right here, if you guys can see that. And then you have ambient lighting behind them, and you can close it, and it's an individual cup holder. Then you have your engine start stop. You have your gear here. It's like a little wiggle. You have your auto hold feature. This is for raising the car for the air suspension, and this is for your transmission for the 7 Series and the i7. Then you have your shortcut buttons here with everything that's in crystal. This is for the volume, and then you have this nice padding for the glove box. And it's pretty small and big at the same time. Now let's come up. Rear view mirror auto dimmed. You have light placements on either side, but these are not touch sensitive, and they're turn on. And you can turn on all the lights by pressing this button. And you have vanity mirrors on either side. And the light is really good for the vanity mirrors. Then the steering wheel. New steering wheel and BMW steering wheels are thick, so you can hold it hard, and it's very soft, and it's very fun to drive the car with the steering wheel. The steering wheel is tilt and telescopic, fully poweredly adjustable, as you can see. Then you have your shortcut buttons here and your cruise control buttons here. Now I'm going to show you the car's instrument cluster. So when you get inside the car, it actually does a very nice animation that actually doesn't come every time, but I still tried it and it didn't work. So when you start the car, it just says I there, but then when you press the start button, it slowly converts into the full screen. As you know, now BMW screens are getting fully like this. A lot of people don't like it, but a lot of people do. You have the range here, outside temperature, and which gear you're in. I'm just going to get the steering down so you guys can see it a little bit more, which gear you're in. Then this is your power reserved, so how much you're pressing on the pedal. You have your M Sport flag, and then you have some more animations behind it. Then you have your kilometer or miles per hour you're going. This car's on miles. M Sport flag again, M Sport flag again. This your speedo, top speed is 160 mile per hour. Time, how much battery percentage you have, and your headlights. And then you have your speed limit monitor, and everything is included inside this. You don't have any drive modes that you can control, but if you press this button and if you go to the infotainment system, driving modes, there's one cool thing. So this is digital art. So if you press this, it does a full animation. Everything has this art and stuff. But if you want to change it once again, you can go to relax mode. The panoramic sunroof is going to close. Everything's going to go to a darker color. So you're like easily driving on the highway and you want to sleep, it's that time. But then if you go on exclusive, you have this very nice rainbowish color. The stupid LGBTQ, bro. And then if you go on efficiency, you have this very nice animation that all the way comes there. Then you have my moods again, and then you have my favorite one, you have sport. So everything's red and you feel like you're the devil, but not for us Muslim people. And then if you go on this, it's just your normal color. But I'm going to keep it on this very nice efficiency. And then the animation is going to come again. But let's go to sport, and I'm going to show you the car's instrument cluster once again. And then when it comes to sport, it makes the instrument cluster more sportier and more aggressive. And now I'm going to show you the car's heads-up display. But you have some more controls here for the infotainment, and you have controls here for your cruise controls. And these are actually opened, so it looks much nicer when you turn the wheel. Over this side is your windshield wiper controls. Over this side is your hazards and high beam. Now let me show you the car's heads-up display. And then if you go to the heads-up display, the heads-up display is very nice because it has the M flags in it, and it actually change with the car's personal and my moods. So if I go to my mood again and go to this one, it changes up once again, and then if I go to another one, change it up one again, and then I can change it again when it comes to relax, and then I can change it again when it comes to this, and then I can change it once again when it goes to sports. And then when you turn the car off, it slowly disappears, and then when you turn the car on, it slowly comes up. Very nice. Now let me show you the car's door. So this full thing is crystal too. You have your light controls here and the vent, and then if you go to the door, actually not door, if you come down, you have your hood opener here, that's very hidden, and then you have brake, dead pedal, and gas pedal. Side sill, you have nothing here because they are moving towards the new tech. So you have the speakers first here, Bose and Wicklands, then you have the car's seat controls like Mercedes-Benz, not gonna lie. Then you have your full leather until the back, then you have full leather until here, very soft here, and then you have your grab handles. This for your child locks, window openers, and exterior mirror controls and boot opener. You have more speaker below here, and then you have your ambient lighting with your unlock lock, seat controls, memory seats, and all the way extends till here. And this is actually the M flag that I put on the ambient lighting. Bottle holder, and you have your speaker placed right here. And that's going to be pretty much it for the reviews. So here I'm going to exit the car, and the doors actually have software close like I mentioned before. There, that goes in. So if you like this review, make sure you hit the like button, don't forget to subscribe. A lot of people are going to ask for the price. So for the price, I would like you guys to connect Auto Museum's Facebook page, that's going to be on the description, and be connected with all my social medias at the description. Until then, I'll see you next time. Peace and Eid Mubarak. And I want to talk about one more thing, because a lot of people have problems trusting where they put their money in and what type of cars they're going to get. I'm going to tell you, you can pull your full trust and full money on Auto Museum. You know why? It's been more than 33 years they're selling cars in Bangladesh. So they started their company back in 1990, and from then they're making and bringing very exclusive cars in Bangladesh that they have in stock too. The GLS, you have this beautiful LC200, and everyone's favorite Bentley Flying Spur. That's going to be it now. Now, this was the 7 Series. Let me know what to review next, please.